Go ahead and introduce, man.
What is... No, wait, hold on. Hey, yo, it's Nyce, and let me use my big radio voice. You are listening to the Weekly Relapse with Skylar.
Oh, dude, awesome.
Work is out.
You are listening to the Weekly Relapse with your host, Skylar Potter.
The day is done.
Let's party, junkies.
It's good for your soul. Every now and then it's lose control. So please don't be scared. And come and dance if you dare.
What is going on, junkies? Thank you for tuning in to another episode of the Weekly Relapse, man. I love that song. That is Beat Bodega, dude. I'm here with DB Nyce. What's up, buddy?
I'm so glad you didn't just end it like abruptly because I was jamming. I've listened to podcasts where the song just stops and you're like,
Oh, man. And I actually went about making that intro. That's my voice. Like you were tuning into the Weekly. That's me, and I manipulated it.
Never known.
Yeah, everybody knows. And it's only because I couldn't get anybody to come over and do a voice. This was before I started the podcast. So I was like, come over and do a voiceover for my podcast, and people were like, yeah, okay. Nobody would come over. You know what I mean? So finally,
did you get the question? What is a voiceover?
yeah, that and what is a podcast? 'Cause this is my second or third. I used to have one called the Yellow City Comedy Podcast when we first started Yellow City Comedy.
Yeah.
And we started out with cell phones, dude. Like we'd hover around a cell phone, and that's how we did it. And
But you should see this $1 million operation now that Skylar's got going on.
I'm backed by so many huge companies now.
This is ridiculous.
Cybercorp. Do you know that reference?
Well,
Yu-Gi-Oh? Huh?
Listen, I got checked in when I walked in the door. Security had to pat me down.
That's for my safety because I say a lot of dumb shit and I don't need
They
anybody.
took my cell phone. I mean, that's how you know you're in a real studio when they take your cell phones. You can't take pictures. You can't record audio.
You can't get interrupted by notifications.
No.
And speaking of which,
Yeah, probably need to turn.
yeah, I'm gonna turn my cell phone down.
Yeah, you probably should turn your cell phone off. But I mean, that's how serious you know you're on a serious radio program when the people that run the show, not the host, but people
They
at
wear
the door,
masks. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to be honest. This is the first time I've had people with masks greet me at the door. I was a little scared.
And he's only going to stand behind you for the first half of the podcast. He's just trying to make sure.
I don't
cool.
mind that he's standing behind me, but could he please get his hand off my shoulder?
No, that's protocol.
No, okay.
Yeah,
I'm not sure.
he's actually feeling. He's like, you know how dogs can smell fear. Mm-hmm. Yeah, he can feel fear, and he's just making sure that you're full of it.
He's definitely checking my blood pressure. He can
Yeah.
get my pulse because I mean his finger is right on my neck.
Yeah, dude, this is what happens when the NFL backs you.
Sorry, sir. I mean, okay, you can keep your hand on my shoulder. Can you please stop breathing down my neck and whispering things, sir? Please, thank you.
What is he whispering? You little cute things like I love you.
His phone number. I'm like, sir, I've got it memorized. I got you.
Yeah, you said
I'll
9.
text you after the show. I swear.
You have my phone. Just enter it in.
Yeah, here. Yeah, you got my phone. just text yourself.
Yeah.
You're good to go, Brad.
Hell yeah, man.
I got a feeling I'm going to get a bunch of pictures later on texting my phone. I'm like, who is sending me these photos?
Secretly, it's me though. Yeah. Well,
Who's sending me these photos?
I told this dude last time from New York when we were recording. He was like, "Yeah, da 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 da," and I was like, I don't even record. I just do this for friendship. I trick people into coming over just so they can have conversations with me.
He's like, well, we don't even post these up anymore.
I don't. My computer's not even on.
What is happening right now? You know what Skylar said to me before we got started? He says, yeah, we'll just talk like we've been friends. I'm like, we've been friends a long time. I was actually trying to remember back when we first became Facebook friends.
It had to be at least a year ago.
It had to be at least a year ago.
Because I've watched you do like in studio live on Facebook. I watched you. I've watched you do PUBG. You stream PUBG.
Yeah.
And I love PUBG. I'm just so fucking terrible at it that there's no way. Like, do you have a solo chicken dinner?
No, not yet.
It's impossible.
It's impossible.
It's
I've
impossible.
come close. I've gotten to like top 3, but I can never beat. I'm the guy when the map gets so small. I'm the idiot running right into wide open space, and they're like, "Oh, there's number 3."
I'm the guy that gets to the small circle, and I still have like. What is that one that gets 13 rounds? Like I have that. That's my
the shotgun like thing.
I have the shotgun always because that's all I can ever find.
Right.
And then I have like that little. It's like a fully automatic, but it only has 13 rounds. So you.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So that's what I'll be in the circle with. Like there's no way I'm winning. No scopes. I don't have an M14.
Nope.
I don't have a sniper. I don't have anything. I'm literally like hiding. Hopefully I'll get top 3. You know what I mean?
Now, are you a bush person?
I'm not anymore.
I've become a bush person recently. That's my key to lasting long. I try to, wherever the circle starts, the big circle, I always get the dead center, and then I say, okay, let me find some bushes, let me hang out. I'm going to somehow end up in the middle. Maybe one or two people will come by me. I can hit them when they're not looking. And I've had people like walk right by me, and I sit perfectly still.
That's the classic situation for me is I fire, I miss.
And then you turn around and pop you.
And then now they have, and that's when I do have an M14. That's always, and now they have an M14, and I'm watching them play.
And your goalie suit. You're like, God.
I will say this. I like that they put the spectating in.
Yes, me too.
I appreciate that. If you want like good dopamine releases when it comes to video games, like you want constant excitement, Rocket League, man. Rocket League is. Have you ever played that?
I've heard of it, but I haven't played it.
Dude, it's like a $20 game.
Is it?
You can buy it online. I think you can get a hard copy. If you get the hard copy, you get some special. Like everything is cosmetic. Nothing makes you better. It's not like Call of Duty where if you've been playing longer than me, all the shit you've unlocked makes you inevitably better than me.
Right.
So it's really hard for me. It's not like that. It's like my shit looks cooler, sure.
Uh-huh.
And that's it. And you get to customize stuff, but it's just soccer with cars, rocket powered flying cars.
Yeah. I've seen the commercial for this.
Dude, me and my buddies, like we've teamed up. We actually have a team now. If you play on Xbox One and you want to join us, Yellow City Comedy is our crew.
Okay.
And so, like when you get in crew games, like it matches up. Like you go to your crew colors, they go to their crew colors, and whenever you win, it's like Yellow City Comedy wins. Like you know what I mean? Like it's such a good feeling. So that's been my new drug of choice. It's like I picked it up. I relapsed on a Rocket League. I quit playing a few months ago.
I'm mad at the person that introduced me to PUBG. I was like, you son of a bitch.
My friend bought me Rocket League. I didn't even buy it. I'm mad at him. This is a guy who hosts the open mic on Wednesdays, right?
Right.
He buys it for me Tuesday night. And then Wednesday night calls me like, "Why aren't you at open mic?" I was like, "Dude, you literally gave me heroin yesterday. What are you talking about?"
I haven't done a damn thing for 14 hours.
Dude, my girlfriend's thinking about leaving. What the fuck are you doing? What are you talking about? Why am I not at open mic? I'm still playing this fucking game.
Yeah, it's been a long time since I found a game that I will go to when I'm absolutely bored, and it's great because it's been so long since I've had that type of game I like that. Yeah, I can't even tell you the last time I had a game like, okay, you know what, I got nothing to do. I'm going to sit down and play this for a few minutes.
Man, it's been like maybe whenever Grand Theft Auto 5 first came out or Red Dead Redemption. It's been a long time for me, too.
Yeah, Red Dead was for a while my go-to game. And you know why? This is weird. I like to kill bears.
Yeah, that is weird.
That was weird.
Dude, this is what sold me on Red Dead Redemption. I had just got introduced to open world. Like I played some Grand Theft Autos, but I always used the cheats and stuff like that. So this was like my first Rockstar game, no cheats, just playing it. And like at the very as soon as I leave the farm, right? This guy, I'm on my horse. He comes running up. He's like, Mister, they're hanging my friend, and he ain't done nothing wrong. You gotta save him. And I was like, all right, cool. This is awesome. Like that's how you get a mission. Like a random person runs up to you.
Right.
So I gallop over there on my horse, and you're supposed to go into like dead shot and shoot the rope.
And cut him down. Yeah.
I pulled out my rifle and fired real quick, and I shot his homie right in the head. Right. So he goes from like struggling on the noose to just swinging, bro. And I was like, this game is amazing. And then that dude's all upset. He's like, what the hell? Right? You know what I mean? And I was like, I felt terrible. Like, I was trying to help.
Did you send the guy an email and
felt bad? Yeah, I did.
Friend request?
Absolutely. He wasn't there. He never responded.
Yeah. Dick.
But, yeah, I felt bad, right? And so, but I was like, that's a good element of this game. Like, it's like a random thing can happen, and I can feel bad about it. You know what I mean? Because it's not like a normal game where, like, press X, get your quick draw, da-da-da. No, dude, it's go figure this shit out. And I love that.
That's what a lot of these games, that's what's neat about a lot of these games now. And there's no try again. I mean, most of the time you can, but I mean, you know.
I hate Fortnite.
Yeah. I think I played it for literally 45 seconds. I was like, nope, dumb. And I
don't
just turned right back off.
Man, I can't do the building. Like, as soon as you get into you see, I've never killed anybody on that game. I've played probably 200 matches, and I've maybe killed like 3 people. That game sucks, man. That game sucks. The guns, you don't feel like they do the damage that they're supposed to do.
No.
Like, you're firing at somebody with a shotgun, they're like with a pistol, and you're like, they're jumping. I don't know.
I really don't have no input on this because literally I played for 45 seconds and I was just like,
I'm a Halo guy. I grew up.
used to be.
You grew up playing. You ever played Halo 5?
No, I haven't played Halo since probably Halo maybe 1 or 2 maybe.
Dude, I played Halo 2 online like that was like the world was ending and that was like the only thing we could do to save the world was play Halo 2. That's how much I played it.
No.
I played Halo 3 a little bit, fell off like in the middle of that, like right after release. I was like, I'm done. Picked up Halo 5. Awesome.
I'm trying to think. Yeah, the last time I really played Halo with any kind of, it was probably like 2005, 2006. It's like the last time I played it with any interest of getting good at it, and then I just suddenly, I don't know what made me. I kind of fell off of playing video games. Really, I fell off for like a
Call
long
of
time.
Duty changed everything. I feel like battle royales have changed everything. A good example like is how Fortnite had their system set up where you could unlock things as you advance.
Yeah.
But if you pay $10, you can unlock a lot more cooler shit, and you unlock something every time you advance versus maybe every 3 or 4 times you advance. And I thought that was stupid, and then bam, PUBG has that thing now. I'm pretty sure. I know for sure Rocket League does. I haven't played PUBG in a while.
So, you haven't, because they got a new map now. It's called oh crap, what's the name of the town? So I want to say it's some kind of. It makes you feel like it's like.
Is it vastly smaller?
No, well, yeah, it's a little bit small. I think it's a little bit smaller, but it's more jungle-like. It almost looks like
third person to tell me about this. Yeah,
it's like Shanghai or something. I forget what the name of the town is. I will have to look it up. But it's neat because it's more of a tropical. It looks like an island. Almost looks like something, I don't know, like something in the tropics out. And I'm trying to pinpoint where it could be, but it's just. Well, it has to be somewhere like the Bahamas or something, because there's actually part of it called in the map. It's called Paradise, something Paradise, like Paradise Hotel or something. It looks like an abandoned hotel that, because it's like a tropical getaway place, like Bahamas or something. Anyway, it's really neat. The whole setting's different. They've got docks down by the ocean, so there's boats and stuff you can jump in and out of, like big boats, so you can get into gunfights on boats. So it's pretty neat. PUBG is probably the first game I played in a long time where I've actually sat and played it, and when they add new stuff, I get people to alert me like, hey, they added a new map, and it's probably the first time in years I've been somewhat invested into a game.
I can see that. Like I feel like I think it's embarrassing how long it took us. First off, Battle Royale is changing the way games are played, which is like, I mean, the way people play games, it's fucking crazy. Like, just watch. Because I don't play a lot, so I sit back, I get to watch. You know what I mean? But like, I think it's kind of embarrassing how long it took us to come up with that idea of a Battle Royale game, because the moment I played it, my first thought was, this is like Hunger Games. That was my first thought.
Yeah.
Like, as we were parachuting in, I hadn't even hit the ground yet. I think this was still Fortnite. I hadn't even played PUBG yet.
Well, I think
my first thought was like Hunger Games, and I was like, dude, I bet the people who made Hunger Games are so pissed that they didn't put out a game. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like
right.
they wrote a book, they made a movie, they could have put out a game, got some heavy backing, and like it would have been the first Battle Royale game.
But
it would have
every movie game sucks. I mean,
every movie. I have a few of them for GameCube right there.
Yeah.
Lord of the Rings were the only ones that kind of hold up.
Yeah, a lot of those movie games never hold up. But actually, now it might go further back than this. The first sort of battle royal game I could think of might have been GoldenEye. That might have been sort of, but you start with guns on that one, so I don't think that counts. Cause
that's where it gets iffy. Now, what is it? Is it Battle Royale, or is it first person, or is it a shooter with one
here's
life?
Here's the thing. I played GoldenEye. It had a good storyline, obviously. Storyboard game, whatever you want to call it.
Every game used to have a good storyline, man. Nowadays, they're like shit.
I mean, Halo, I only played for the Battle Royal. GoldenEye, I did for the. I used to actually.
Just the multiplayer.
See, I don't know what's the difference.
Well, see, because Battle Royales, I think, is like the way I look at it is like you start with nothing, you build up, and then you get one life.
How they defined it.
I think. I don't know. I could be wrong, but I feel like a Battle Royale is simply you can do teams, but it's like 100 people. It's a lot of people on one map with one life. That's how I feel.
You know what? That makes sense, because in GoldenEye, I think there was like who gets the most kills. Or
that's like Halo and Call of Duty.
Yeah, you're right. So
that'd be like a shooter, like a first-person shooter, like online multiplayer.
Some of those games probably did have you got one and done.
Yeah.
But I mean, PUBG and Fortnite, that's their whole MO. Is like you got one shot to get a chicken dinner.
Yeah,
which is dumb.
And dude, it's so fucking irritating. God, just knowing you were 3 away. Oh, have you seen those videos of the Fortnite challenge?
No, what's that?
Oh my gosh, I gotta show you this. This is amazing. So, I'm just gonna look it up. I don't even know exactly how to spell it right.
What, Fortnite?
Yeah, like, dude, now
It's Fortnite, correct?
I'm not gonna be able to find the one I want. There's so many different challenges. Anyway, this dude, there was a Fortnite challenge going around where they turned off the Xbox, like while the person was like 1 or 2 kills away from winning. Like,
what happens? The person loses their mind?
oh, dude,
I don't know,
every
I'm trying
time,
to
every single time. But imagine, like, okay, you're playing PUBG, you're finally down to like
You and one other guy.
you and one other guy, and you're searching for him. You can kind of hear, or like maybe 2 other guys. You can hear them fighting. Yeah.
Stop, dude. Don't fucking do it, bro. Do it. Dude, do it. Stop. Do it.
See, like, this is a bad example.
I'm going to be honest. I would kill this kid.
Oh, yeah. Dude, like, there's so many of them, but that one, like, he clearly knew what he was fixing to do. When they first started happening, like, people were just playing, and, like, they would, like, zoom in on the numbers, show you, that, like, he's only got there's 2 people alive, and they'd reach down, and they would just turn off hit the button.
God, I would definitely punch this person in the
Dude,
face.
imagine like, I could never do that to one of my friends.
Especially, like you were saying, there's 2 other dudes. They're not even looking your direction. They're killing each
yeah.
other. One guy pops the other. The other guy's still not looking. It's an easy pop in the back of the head and win your chicken dinner.
Dude,
finally.
and then your friend, because he loves you, turns off your...
I will end you.
That's such a, like, a homie thing to do, though. You don't do that to an enemy.
I'm going to throw my controller, hit you in the back of the head. Not knock you out completely, just enough to know you have no control of your body. I'm going to drag you in my car, throw you in the trunk.
You're like, I'm writing like an Eminem type song about you, like with what's that one with his wife and Stan? Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I'm going to drive around for a while with you in the trunk, and I'm going to make you wonder where we're going and when you're getting out.
Do you have any opinion on the MGK? Because I know that you're in radio. Do you have any opinion on MGK and the Eminem beef or anything like that? Because it was hard for me. I haven't really listened to much MGK. And then is that Machine Gun Kelly?
Machine Gun Kelly, yeah. I'm not a big mega fan of his. He had a song called Invincible that was probably my favorite that he put out. And other than that, I'm not real familiar with his stuff. I don't know. I don't. First of all, the song that M put out didn't blow my mind. Like I guess I don't get it anymore. This whole beef thing. I just don't get it. It to me, everyone's like, I almost feel like it would be like if you had a podcast, I had a podcast, me calling up and like, hey man, listen, you got 200 weekly viewers, I got 200-300. Why don't we see if we can get them to start listening to each other and build up hype?
But see, maybe
talking crap on each other.
That seems kind of like what's going on, right? Like it made them both overwhelmingly relevant again.
Exactly.
And me and my buddy were talking about this too with Elon Musk.
Mm-hmm.
I knew who he was for sure. I'm sure you did. More than just Tesla, I knew who he was.
Right.
But a lot of people, like, dude, you asked my mom, who's Elon Musk? She had no fucking clue.
Yeah.
A lot of people had no clue who Elon Musk was. He takes one hit of weed on Joe Rogan's podcast, loses 6% of investing, right? Or his stocks drop 6%,
right?
Or something like that. Loses 2 major people with his Tesla company. Everyone's like, "Oh, can you believe that?" I want to know if it was like a PR stunt, or if because like he talked about, making Tesla private, right? Mm-hmm. And then everyone's like, "That's crazy." Well, then he does that. He goes on Joe Rogan, does all that, loses to the main people. Maybe now he has the ability to take it private, right? And then another thing, like, now he's a household name. Like, dude, you go ask my mom who the fuck Elon Musk is. She knows exactly who he is. She doesn't know anything else about him. She knows Tesla stocks dropped because he's a degenerate, right?
Right.
He might be the smartest man in the world, but he's an idiot. That's what,
Which is,
you know his name now.
I mean, I don't know what the strategy is. I'm sure, it's one of those things that if they could be in this room and sit down and say, all right, let me give you the behind the scenes of what we're doing here. I'm sure they got a good reason that when they tell us what it is, we're like, okay, it makes sense. These guys are smart. They know how to do this stuff.
This guy is not just smart. This guy is like the smartest dude. You know what I mean?
I worked with guys in radio who know how to do this. They know how to start shit to make people listen.
Right.
It's obviously
if I had a stunt that I could pull to make maybe 10% of Amarillo knows who I am.
Right.
Maybe.
Right.
If I could pull a stunt and make 45% of Amarillo know who I was, absolutely would do it. As long as it didn't end up with me going to jail. As long as it's not illegal in any way, I'm doing it.
But if you go to jail, again, depending on how successful whatever the stunt is,
Right.
you go to jail and making the news like this guy did this and he has a podcast and this is what he was trying to do.
Like that guy who clapped in City Hall,
Yeah.
and then he went to jail.
Right.
And
that guy, like you said, if 10% of Amarillo knew who he was, now maybe 40-50% know him because he's the guy who clapped at the meeting.
And more people know him every day because he's taking advantage of it, and he's going to sign people up to vote for against city council and stuff like that. He's trying to remove our mayor. Like he's actively trying to remove our mayor.
Yes.
And get somebody else in, so he wants to try to end the corruption that is in our local government, which is huge.
He does a lot of work with the homeless.
Yeah.
So
he had to remove himself from all that because of what he's doing now.
Right.
He because he's going after the city so hard, he removed himself from all the projects he was working on, like with the homeless and stuff. They're still active. He's just not part of it anymore because he didn't need them coming back on them as well.
Right.
So he removed himself from that because, like, I believe in what he's doing.
Right.
He wants to end the corruption in Amarillo government, which is, dude, it's fucking crazy. Like, our city council's crazy, man. The people that sit on city council own businesses. Like, it's like a monopoly almost. They're all friends. Like, the guy who owns all the Whataburgers sits on city council. Like, that's why we don't have a Jack in the Box. That's why we don't have all these great, like, fun, awesome, cool restaurants, is because the people who already own chains in Amarillo
Do you think that Amarillo is the only place this happens, though?
Oh, absolutely not.
Yeah.
Absolutely not. But the fact that he's fighting it's cool. Like, nobody else is doing that. You know what I mean? We all just, okay, that's how it is.
Yeah.
I guess it put a toot and totem on every corner. That's cool.
Yeah.
We don't need a 7-Eleven. That's fine. Like, he's trying to fix that. And I think that's cool, man.
Yeah, and that does happen all over. Well, I mean, where I'm from,
I'm sure every city in Amarillo or every city in the U.S. has the same problem. I imagine.
Yeah, I mean, it's the way it's the way
it's designed to work.
It is. It's the ones with the money and the power are the ones that could do that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So I mean, but yeah, I mean, he's obviously got an uphill battle, and we're going back to the whole talk about stunts and stuff. Yeah, I mean, a lot of times, like I said, I've worked with people on radio who know how to do a stupid stunt that it goes beyond just it goes beyond okay. For a perfect example, I'm trying to think of one particular radio stunt that got a lot of attention that really boosts a personality. Like, okay. One stunt I could think of off the top of my head, this was something people did about 10, 12, 15 years ago, was the $100,000 scam. Have you ever heard of this, the $100,000 contest?
I feel like I remember. Explain it a little more, because I don't want to be wrong.
Let's pretend I'm on the radio, right? All right, Caller 5 right now is going to win $100,000. Now, if I had two sidekicks on my show, they're like, dude, $100,000, we're giving away $100,000 today. Be Caller 5 right now. Bing, phone rings.
Yeah.
You pick up the phone. Scholar, you just won $100,000. Yay!
Yeah, go crazy.
What are you gonna do?
Disneyland.
Right.
Yeah, you gotta.
Well, how are you gonna do that? It's a candy bar.
Oh.
You do that crap, and some.
Damn, dude, that's so mean.
So many.
Dude, that is so mean.
So there would be people that would, I had a radio station where I did this for like maybe 2 weeks, right? But my listeners knew not to call in. If you were a listener that listened on the repeat, you just knew when I said we're giving away $100,000 tonight, not to call in because it's a candy bar. But then I had a list, which was the $100,000 Club, which were people that fell for it, and it was almost like a badge of honor to be one of the people that fell for it because you're like, oh, I'm on the list.
But to do it, I can see there's people that did it like maniacally.
Yeah,
like there's definitely people who are like, let's.
I mean, so what happened was, at least this is the way I did it. Until my corporate upper powers were like, before we really get our butts in a sling, let's knock it off. But they let me get away with it for almost 2 weeks. And, so I had a list, and, there might have been 10 or 12 people that made the list. And, like I said, my repeat listeners would know not to call because they know what it was. My sidekicks on the show, I said, listen, never say the words cash, don't indicate any kind of monetary value. You just say $100,000, $100,000. That's it. It was the only way to make it work. And if somebody botched it and said something about cash or money or gave any indication it was money, I said, no, stop. Okay, never mind. Joke's up. We're not giving away nothing. It never happened,
man.
but that was our.
You had to have like a
we
backup
had to
plan.
kill it quick and say no, it's not money, it's a candy bar, because we didn't want that to happen. But
Dang.
I know DJs that were stupid and kind of gave the impression it was cash.
$100,000 cash money.
Yeah,
like moolah.
Yeah, they said something to indicate it was money. They never just said $100,000. And then I don't know who it was. There was one DJ that got burned for that, and whatever company he worked for got burned for it. So
They had to give away $100,000.
yeah, I mean, when if you listen to radio or pay attention on the internet, you've heard all kinds of stupid radio stunts go wrong. Somebody said we're giving away a Toyota. That's a Toyota from Star Wars.
Yeah.
But they said Toyota. And this woman got all excited. She's thinking she's winning a car. She was, I think, like a single mom or something. She's expecting to go to the radio station, pick up a car, and it's a little Toyota in a box. And, she sued them and got a free Toyota out of it. So you probably heard about the thing in California where it was like hold your pee for we or something. These DJs were making their listeners drink tons of water, and you had to not pee.
Yeah, and then one
of the women died.
What?
Yeah, she died because basically your body drowns. You can't hold fluid that long, And they said she was a skinny little woman, and by the time this thing was over, she looked 6 months pregnant because her belly was bulging.
Oh my god.
Yeah. So and she I guess went home and passed out and died.
Jeez.
For a Nintendo Wii.
Good lord, man.
So
That's crazy.
But there's some of these stunts that kind of work that these DJs will do some stupid stunts like this.
John Cena. That's my favorite radio.
I'm gonna let the cat out of the bag. That bit is so recorded and
fake.
Yeah,
easy.
If you think that's real for 1 second, that original prank call, if you think that's real,
No, you can tell it's fake. I also think the lady calling in for the deer crossings is fake.
Oh, that's totally fake.
Yeah, but I thought that was funny too.
I'm going to be honest. A lot of if you're listening to something and it sounds way extremely unreal, chances are it's not. It's not real. I mean, because you can't put people on the radio anymore and and not get in trouble. Like, I couldn't record you, make you look like a complete ass, and then just put it on the radio unless you sign off on it saying, "Yeah, I'm okay." Yeah, they're not going to let me make you look like an ass on the radio.
Yeah, and like they wouldn't be able to have her sign off over the phone. Go ahead and air that.
And make me sound stupid. Make people at work think I'm a big idiot, that kind of thing. So
especially, there's no way you can get away with that. Like, I can't even do that for my podcast. You know what I mean? Like,
you could.
I can. Because it's in person.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? But like, even if I did, like, there's been times where I've disagreed with what's going on, and I'll just roll with it. You know what I mean? Because like, I don't want to come off like a douchebag. Like, no, you're wrong. I've actually refused to air certain podcasts.
Right.
Because me and my buddy, Thomas, Ricky Ticky Tom Tom, he's going to love when he hears this.
Shout out.
Oh, it's because I shout this out all the time. We argued. My buddy was sitting right where you're at. I had 4 mics set up. Ricky Ticky Tom Tom's to your left. My friend D Money McAllister's over here to my right? And then, or to your right is where he is. And then right here is a dude who's never done a podcast sitting where you're at. He's never done one. It's my buddy, George. He's never done a podcast. He's like a nice, quiet little dude. And it's kind of late. We've had some drinks. Me and Thomas argued for an hour over them two. They just had a conversation while we were arguing because my buddy called Jay-Z the Carlin of rap. And I was like, I guess we're fighting for a while. You know what I mean? Yeah, and like, so like we'll reanimate the argument all the time. Like if we're having a bad game on Rocket League, he'll be like, fuck you, dude, Jay-Z's a Carlin, and like, so we start arguing. So now we're not fixated on the game, and we'll somehow end up come back and win. But yeah, it's just a fun little bit. Yeah, I couldn't air it because it was just too
a
much.
Big screaming match the whole time.
Yeah, and like both of us actively trying to make the other one look stupid.
I mean, yeah. So stunts. So the Eminem thing. I mean, is there part of me that believes that maybe this might be a big publicity stunt? Probably. I mean,
why wouldn't it be?
The ELM, the Musk thing. Yeah, probably. I mean, Joe Rogan gets these people on, and they have to know when they go on the show that he's one of the few podcasts that has tons and tons of people watching.
Millions.
Yeah. So you know that whatever it is you do on there. Yeah, maybe you and I will do this podcast and not being wise, but maybe a few hundred people hear it.
Yeah.
I mean, well,
and that's accurate
because I'm on it, 101 people.
Dude, because you're on it. Yeah, 103.
Woo!
Dude.
One of them's my mom. Hi,
Yeah,
Mom.
dude, you're gonna bump me up like nine listens.
But yeah, I mean, it's just that. But it's smart, It's controversy creates cash, sometimes. So
Yeah, it was like that whole McConnor Mayweather thing.
I have no time for that guy Mayweather. I just don't. I have no interest in.
I'm not.
First of all, I'm not a sports guy.
A couple of years ago, I was like, I can watch the UFC and get into it. I tried putting it on the other day, and these girls were fighting, and this one was just so superior to the other one that like that girl didn't stand a chance, dude. And I felt bad watching it. Like I just felt horrible. Like this chick was just getting her face pounded in. You know what I mean? And like she's facing like a fucking like a wrestler like who didn't go to the Olympics because she got sick, like cancer or something.
Oh wow!
And then she beat it, and now she's in the UFC. You think you're gonna beat that girl?
Mm-mm.
You think you're gonna beat a fucking Olympic wrestler cancer survivor?
Do you think it's harder to pick a winner with the women fighters than the men?
I look at it like this. I get way more mad at my male dog than my female dog. My male dog shits in the house. I feel like it's like intentional, like it's like a power grab.
Right. Okay.
Whereas if my little girl, she shits in the house, I'm like, oh, sweetheart, I'm so sorry.
Are you not feeling good? Yeah.
Yeah, and it's very obvious. My
you let her
girlfriend's
sleep on the bed. And
my
everything?
girlfriend's pointed it out, and she's the opposite. Whereas everything he does is innocent, everything she does is intentional.
You're getting a preview of having kids. That's what this is.
So I think, I feel way worse watching women fight than men. I don't like it.
You don't like watching women fight?
No, I don't.
Oh, okay, so because my question was, I mean, I think it's.
Someone just knocked on my door. Hold on. Dude, I hate when people put me in positions like that.
All right,
we're back.
Yeah, so you know what's funny? I was hoping you were still recording when you walked off. I thought, okay, maybe this is part of the joke because I sat here for a second when you walked away, and I thought, this little bastard is doing a freaking stunt on me. I said, this little guy, look at this. So I think he's got his buddy. He probably texted and said, knock on my door. I'm going to go outside and look like we're starting a fight. I'm going to leave the mics on. And I got my cell phone facing him. And we're gonna cause a scene, and let's watch and see what DB Nyce does. I was sitting there thinking, this guy is setting my ass up.
No, dude. It was, apparently he's my neighbor. He was like, yo, he's like, God works in mysterious ways. And I didn't have the heart to go. I'm an atheist, dude. And he was like, I need your help, man. You're my neighbor. If you ever need a favor, I'll be there for you. I need $30. He's like, my kid was driving too fast on the way home from Odessa, flipped his car, almost died. I have to get there real quick. I'll be back by tonight, and I'll give you your money back. I'll pay you double.
Well, if his kid is hurt that bad, he ain't gonna be back tonight.
That's what I'm saying. And then he was like, yada yada yada. Like, I'll pay you back. And like I only have $10, man. Like I'm broke as shit. So I couldn't give him the cash. My girlfriend would kill me if we can't eat dinner tonight because but I don't want him to be like, if he's lying, that's sad. But like I don't want him to be telling the truth and then maybe the reason he didn't get to go to whatever he had to go do. So I gave him all the change I had.
Good karma will come back your way, man.
I don't think I'm getting it back, man.
Well, you're not, but you probably won't. But at least good karma will come back your way.
Yeah.
That always good karma always works its way back, just the same as bad karma.
It might be like it might take a couple years.
Well, it's always when you least expect it, and that's a good thing. When you think, damn, what am I gonna do now? And then all of a sudden, boom. So don't worry, it's good. But yeah, I really thought for a second you were pulling my leg.
That's like the second fucking time. I think my last episode with Tyler Valentine, a cop knocked on my door.
Yeah, I think you did. I was listening. I think that is true.
Yeah, and I was like,
this is a bit. Is this what you do? Are you like Mr. Rogers?
Dude, the thing is, I'm actually the last like month or so, I've kind of like let go of like getting irritated at imperfections, like because it always happens.
Right.
So it's funny that it's never happened until I was like, fuck it. Like if my dogs bark, they bark. If you whatever. If there's a little bit of dead air, there's a little bit of like shit like that.
Yeah.
So it's funny that like now that I don't care as much, people are just knocking on my door every episode. And who the fuck knocks on a door at 2:30 in the afternoon? I assumed it was another cop. I'm being like 100% honest.
Yeah, well, this is a weird, busy area, too, where you live. I mean, there's, like, a lot of cars going by. There's a lot of people on foot just walking by. I mean, you kind of live in an area where...
There's a lot of chihuahuas running in the neighborhood.
Very weird. You got, like, a gang of chihuahuas. They had headbands on.
There really is a gang of chihuahuas. And, like, I watch them, like, they chase people on bikes. It's actually, when I ride my bike, I got to, like, my block, I got to hit fast. I got to hit my block fast, dude. And then you can chill after that. But,
come back here, man. Give us your money.
Dude... Pierce Street, you gotta run.
Are you trying to say when I go out back to my car later, my tires are gonna be missing? Or
no.
Okay.
What I am gonna tell you is you might have to kick a chihuahua. That's what I'm saying.
Oh, no.
No, there is a few of them though. I watched this one was chasing this dude on a bike and he had headphones on. He had no clue that dog was right there. He's riding. He looks down and he just like gets scared and like out of reaction like kicked the dog. And like I felt bad for the dog. I was like, "Fuck you, dog! Like you chase me every time too. You're lucky I'm nice. I didn't know we could just kick you." Because like they get out, man.
But chihuahuas are like the most least threatening dog ever. I mean,
they're
what are they gonna do?
They're just annoying, man.
Yip, 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 yip. I mean, come on. What are they gonna do? Bite the side of your shoe?
Dude, when I was a kid, one of those like little miniature poodles.
Yeah.
I was riding my bike.
They're little bastards.
It started chasing me and it was biting me. And I screamed, right? I was like 5 or 6. And we had a red heeler. And she broke down the gate, ran after that dog, got it, and was throwing it up in the air and catching it, right? And then like the dog was soaking wet. The lady who owned the poodle calls the cops and animal control. They come out there. She got a ticket for not having her dog on a leash, for chasing me. And then they yelled at her. She was like, "Y'all need to put that dog to sleep." And he goes, I remember this so clearly. He goes, "Ma'am, do you know how much control and restraint that dog had to have to throw your dog in the air and not even break the skin while catching it? Your dog attacked its owner, the baby of the group. Like it feels like it has to protect it.
That's his job.
That's her job.
Yeah.
And it didn't kill your
and
dog.
And it broke out of where it was secured.
It broke down a fence.
Right.
And then didn't kill your dog. You're very lucky. Now pay the ticket. We'll see you in court. Like I remember it.
Wow.
So like he was basically like, "Fuck you. Should have had your dog on a leash. It wouldn't have happened. And you're lucky your dog's alive, dude. We're not putting that dog down. If anything, we're going to give it a treat and tell it good girl." You know what I mean?
I would like to think my Jack
that was the
Russell
90s,
would
though.
do the same thing.
That's the 90s.
Yeah, no, not now.
Dude, your dog's getting shot. Mm-hmm. You get like it's fucking scary, man. It's super scary. I can't get on Facebook anymore for like most of like just people getting hurt, fights breaking out, cops being assholes, people being assholes to cops. You know what I mean? Just shit like that, dude. It's stupid how dumb Facebook is.
Now that it's not so much, I don't need to do it as much because when I was working for my last job, everything I did was on Facebook, and we kind of started talking about this and we got off of it. But it's funny, more people knew me for Facebook, I think, than what radio station I might have worked for. It's because I did a lot of Facebook Live. I posted a lot of stuff that we were doing with the websites and stuff like that.
I didn't know where you worked. Honestly, I didn't even know you lived in Amarillo
until
I met you.
Oh, really?
Yeah, up until like a week before I met you, when we started actually chatting.
Right.
I was like, oh, it took. I thought you may have been like in Lubbock or like I thought you worked at a radio station not in Amarillo. Like legitimately.
Right.
So yeah, like I can see exactly what you mean.
Yeah. So. There's a lot of people like that here in Amarillo that actually say to me, "Oh, you're the guy on Facebook," and it's weird to me. It makes me freak out. Not freak out. What's the word I'm looking for? It's just weird to me that a lot of people seem to know me from Facebook than they did when I worked on one of the big radio stations here in town.
Right.
So it's weird when somebody will say, "Oh yeah, I saw that video you did when you were talking about whatever," or when you're Ubering around town. I do a lot of the videos when I'm Ubering because I'm bored.
Yeah.
We don't get a lot of hits.
I started signing up for Uber and then didn't finish my application, but they're still hitting me up, letting me know my tags are out. I found that pretty helpful.
Yeah, it will remind you when your insurance is due or your tags were expiring, whatever your license needs to be. Yeah, but you know what, Uber. So have you ever actually used Uber?
I've used Lyft in bigger cities. Okay. Like Austin, I Lyfted because we did Uber one time. I think the dude was a douchebag to us, so we did. He was kind of an asshole, and we got a free ride on Lyft when we downloaded the app.
Oh, okay.
So we took the free ride, and they were just awesome. They were super nice to us, so we just kept doing Lyft. It was just.
We have Lyft here in Amarillo, but I think I could drive for Lyft.
You can drive for both.
Well, no. I mean, I signed up for it, but I haven't used this for so long. I think I got kicked off because I haven't used this.
I don't think people really Lyft in Amarillo.
Yeah, we have it. It's available, but I don't think a lot of people that use it are the people that come from out of town.
And then Amarillo's like, dude, it's like 10 years behind. Like Uber, they're just like, oh my god, Uber's awesome. Like people are just now being like, I'm gonna get on Twitter. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And like I feel like I dumped Twitter the moment Donald Trump became like the main focus of Twitter, because I was like, that's like my mom when she got on MySpace. I was like, I'm done. I don't need MySpace anymore.
And he was on Twitter blowing it up way before he was even in.
Right, but he became the focal point of Twitter. Like dude, he is if there's ever been a star of Twitter, it's Donald Trump.
I wonder, like the people that made Twitter, are they banking on that? Like they have to be banking.
They have to make a money They have to make like a cent or a fraction of a cent for every tweet.
Whatever. But just from the celebrities alone, who the Kim Kardashians and all them, they've got to be driving so much traffic their way. But then you get somebody like Donald Trump, who's somebody very, very in the news, and everyone's paying attention to him. It's like whoever came up with the concept of Twitter. You know, I used to think Mark Zuckerberg was a genius for Facebook. The guys that made YouTube are genius. But, I mean, Twitter, it's such a no-brainer that you and I could have thought of that 15 years ago, and you and I would be millionaires right now.
Right. I think YouTube is one of the most amazing things ever.
Yeah.
If not the most. Like, it is beyond awesome.
And really, I'm sure there's websites that had the idea and maybe just didn't have the firepower to bring it to life.
They didn't have Google behind them, dude.
Well, no, but YouTube was by itself before Google bought it.
Yeah, dude, it was still awesome then.
I mean, back in its infant stages, I mean, it was. I
used to watch Knox's Corner on YouTube all the time.
I mean, even way back in the beginning, you would watch, like, you would think, oh, remember that commercial from 1980, whatever?
Yeah.
And you would be able to find it. Like, you would be able to put in McDonald's 1982, and boom, there comes the commercial you're looking for.
Yeah, well, dude, and then I appreciate YouTube for the, like a good example is Flat Earth videos. I'm not a Flat Earth guy. I'm not retarded. I think the Earth is round, right? But I love watching Flat Earth videos. It's the production value is through the roof. Like, I love watching, even though I don't agree with it, I love watching someone's thoughts, right? It's like reading their fucking journal.
Right.
Like, you get to see how they work. And then how much effort and time was put into it is astounding. Like, some of these videos are so well made. You're like, what? Dude, if you put forth the effort that you're putting towards like, animation, you would be working for, like, dude, like, any of the Netflix. You could go work for Netflix and be an animator and end up working on, like, BoJack Horseman. Like, some of this shit's really well made.
There's a lot of YouTube product now that's out there that, well, first of all, the technology we have now is stuff that you would spend a fortune for in, say, the 80s and 90s.
Oof,
I mean, the things you could do with your iPhone is freaking amazing. And you had to be somebody like Steven Spielberg to be able to put together the crap you could do with your iPhone in a few minutes.
Oh, yeah, or the fact that you can basically make your own magazine. You could edit enough flyers and articles and stuff like that you could just print out your own magazine.
Yeah. I mean, it's
wirelessly. You don't even have to. You just got to be on Wi-Fi.
Mm-hmm. I mean, it's amazing what you could do now with an iPhone or iPad, and people can come up with amazing shit just with their devices. Then if you get somebody who's got resources and they can actually buy a high-quality camera and editing stuff. Yeah, I've seen YouTube channels that are amazing, and these are people that probably have a house just like yours,
and
they got a room just like this, and they literally film stuff, come in here, get on their Mac, plug their camera in, download all the stuff they shot, edit it in a couple hours, and boom, they've got a YouTube show, and it's freaking amazing. And it's
some of the stuff I watch isn't even that hard.
No,
there's a Bad Boy Gaming is a channel I watch he unboxes like magic cards, right?
Yeah,
He'll do like box openings and open packs of magic cards.
How stupid is that? I mean, how amazingly stupid is that concept? And it's huge.
God.
Unbox videos.
Oh my god, it's so dumb. Like, okay, I caught myself watching unbox videos at like 3 a.m, and I was like,
you know what's in the damn box? It's not even a surprise.
Oh, exactly. And I was like, dude, this is retarded. This is like if a crackhead was like, I can't get crack right now, so I'll go on YouTube and watch someone smoke crack so I can be like, I kind of got off a little bit. Like, that's literally what I was doing.
Right, because if I can't afford an iPhone 10, but I'm like, hey, this guy's like, hey, let me unbox my iPhone 10.
Yeah.
You feel like you're I get to see what it looks like if I bought one out of the box.
Oh, dude, and it's so stupid. It's like South Park was getting on it. They nailed it with like PewDiePie, like kids watching people play games, and like When I was a kid, the reason you were watching someone play a game is because your fucking older cousin or brother wasn't handing over the controller, so you got stuck for 2 hours watching them play Zelda.
And you hated it.
Yeah, you fucking hated it. Dude, fuck you, I'm watching you play a game.
Right.
I'm going to go outside and play basketball. Let me know when you're done.
Right.
Or I'm going to go skateboard.
Right.
As soon as I see you, I'm snagging the fucking Sega. I'm playing Sonic.
Right.
I'm not going to watch you play Sonic.
My son, who's 9, will sit and watch other kids play video games. It blows my damn mind. I'm like, what are you doing?
We own this game.
The Minecraft is in the other room.
Yeah,
what
yeah.
are you doing?
Well, why are you watching someone play this game whenever it's so accessible? It's overwhelming. I paid for it. You know how much I paid for it? Way more than YouTube. That I'm paying for your YouTube. Like, it's fucking free.
Now I get it. Like in Minecraft, if they're like saying, "Here's how you build a magic castle,"
or like Fallout, like, all right, look at my sanctuary. I built this. It's like, yeah, okay, that's cool.
But this is like actual gameplay. Like
yeah, I'm watching you play live.
Which, if I start playing the game myself, I'm going to be playing the same exact level. The only time I would watch a gameplay video is if I've been playing this goddamn game for 3 days. I can tell you the perfect game I would watch a gameplay video for. The Legend of Zelda, Ocarina of Time, The Water Temple. That thing is a pain in the ass.
You deserve to watch it.
That level is the worst. I mean, that's not the worst. It's the most hardest level. It makes you want to pull out your hair. And that was the reason why you bought the damn strategy guide in 1999, because that board was damn near impossible. That, to me, is... Okay, I can see you watching a video for that reason. Like, I don't know where
but here we are. We're like, why would you watch a game? But you and I are both guilty of streaming video games for people to watch.
Because they watch it.
Because they watch it.
I'm like, this is dumb. But
if you can't beat them, join them.
Right.
You know?
Well, I mean, I figured I won't use the drug, but I'll sell it. I mean, that's kind of how I'm like, you know, I'm not a crackhead, but I'll sell it.
I'm on Mixer, man. You can follow I don't stream that much anymore. I don't stream at all anymore.
Right.
But like, I was streaming PUBG for a while.
Yeah, because people will sit and watch it.
Sea of Thieves. I streamed Sea of Thieves for a while.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you know, and I don't mind if they're sitting there busting my balls because like I suck and I'm getting my ass, you know.
That's the best.
Like go ahead and roast me. Go ahead and roast me and tell me how much I suck because I got beat by a bushman again or something, or I walked right by a dude that put a gun back in my head and shot me. I don't care.
Dude, the bushes on PUBG or something, but the I think the real fuck you bushes come out of Fortnite because you can't see anybody in them.
No.
Dude, I ran. That's like the one death that's haunted me and it scared me. I had my Turtle Beach headphones on. And man, I'm into it, right? I'm home alone. No one's in it. Like, dude, it's fucking loud in my headphones. I'm into it. I get out of the blue. Boom. I'm going to go hide in this bush so I can get some bandages on. As I get like a foot away from the bush, boom, I just die. Dude, it happened so fast. It was so loud. Like, I jumped, ripped my headphones off, like was looking around and staring at the TV trying to figure out what happened. Like, I didn't even realize I was dead yet. Like, it had already gone to spectating, and I was like, what the fuck was that?
Who hit me? How?
Yeah,
What
yeah,
happened?
yeah. And then he comes walking out of the bush. I was like, oh, this motherfucker, dude. Like, and it was so scary. Dude, it was so scary.
I've caught myself, especially I sit in the dark when I'm by myself. I will sit in the dark, and I will stand in front of the TV, and when I'm peeking around corners with my gun to shoot somebody, I'm leading with the gun.
Oh yeah. I do that in like racing games. Like,
Yeah.
dude. Like, I move my body, or like Rocket League, dude. Like, when I go to hit the ball, I'll like throw my body forward, because like you're.
You know you did it when you were a kid, and you're still doing it now as an adult.
You can't help it. Or like whenever you like if you're trying to point up, you move your head up, but your eyes stay forward. You're like,
but you're.
Yeah. Like everybody does it, dude.
I'm glad I'm not the only weirdo who does it because I still catch myself doing that, and I'm like, what the hell?
That's where I find streaming video games whenever you have a camera on you very impressive because you're like you have to learn to not do that shit. Other than like you might jolt your body.
I'll still do it.
But like to look up, like that's like I hate when I catch myself doing that. Like my girlfriend sat next to me, I'm like doing this shit, like lean back. She's like, "What are you doing?" I was like, "I'm trying to get that." She's like, the TV doesn't move, dude. This isn't VR.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's going to be crazy. Like
VR Battle Royale? Like
any of them, dude. I played Fallout 4 in VR at my buddy's house. Dog. Like, I was just in Diamond City. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And
no,
like,
that would be so impressive when you
this
can
is
actually...
how you pull up your Pit-Boy is by pulling your arm up. It doesn't freeze time. Like, you got to be able to work through it all fast. Dude, it's crazy.
When you
It
can
feels
play,
real.
and I know I've seen some really, and it's there's a lot of it starting to kind of go, and I'm guessing when the price comes down, where it's more affordable to people that are not mega rich, when people like us who can't, I can't drop $300 for one game on a VR thing. I've just seen commercials for the Star Wars. I think it's called like Jedi Challenge or something. It looks great.
Oh my God! Could you imagine like a pod racing?
I hate pod racing.
But could you imagine that in a VR?
It would be awesome,
dude. Because you have the two controllers, like so you would literally be doing it like
just like
just do like Anakin would.
No, see, I'm salty about that pod.
I get it, dude. I get it. I'm on there with you. But you gotta admit, the game for 64 was hella fun. It was hella fun, dude. Can't deny it.
I can't give in to this. No.
You know it was good. This is one of the ones I'm not gonna be able to air this because we're gonna fight.
We're gonna start battle. Pod racing's bullshit.
I don't even like Star Wars, and I'm telling you, pod racing is the only.
You don't like Star Wars?
Not really.
So I'm gonna put you through this.
No, for real. I don't like Star Wars.
And you like pod racing?
I don't like pod racing.
This podcast.
What I'm saying is the game is fun. It's like
Jesus.
Come on.
No.
Quidditch is awesome on GameCube.
All right, in the comment section when we post this, in the comment section below, if you're a true Star Wars fan, tell me you love the pod racing scene from Phantom Menace.
Dude, you're gonna get me kicked off Stitcher.
Go ahead
and
I
Spotify.
Dare any true Star Wars fan to put that BS in the comment section. Tell me you like the podcast, the pod racing scene. You know, every real Star Wars fan will eat you alive.
Dude, here's the thing: what's the one that came out after like
you nerf herders know who you are?
The first of the new ones. What was it called? Like they have like the Star Wars that just came out. All those.
Force Awakens.
Probably is it the first one.
The first and new one that came out in the last couple of years.
Yeah. So I have that on Blu-ray, and I've never seen it.
Man.
Yeah.
This podcast was going so well. You are. I'm about to.
No, it's just one of those things.
My
stepdad loved it when I was growing up, and he was a psycho.
Put a cease and desist on this podcast. I am not allowing this to air.
Someone call the FDA.
FDA.
Yeah, I don't know why, but do it.
Maybe the FCC.
I'm really mad. I'm saying letters and I mean them.
Ah, Jesus! Call the ABC. PDQ.
Call NBC. Who works there? No, dude. My stepdad was insane, and he loved Star Wars. Like we drove to Borger to go get a Darth Maul cutout from the Kmart, and I got the sex talk while doing that. Like Jesus! Just everything wrapped around Star Wars was hideous when I was growing up.
I wouldn't blame you
I just don't like it.
If you got the sex talk before going to get something from the Phantom Menace, that would scar me for the rest of my life.
And then I got forced to go to all the midnight releases for the Phantom that whole little that run,
the prequel trilogy. Oh,
yeah, so I had to go do those.
And they weren't even that good,
dude. I got forced, like I was grounded.
Was that a Star Wars pun?
Hey, I was grounded, wasn't allowed to watch anything, but I got forced to watch Star Wars before we could go see the movies. And I got to go to the movies, but I was grounded. It was just everything around it was horrible. So I just don't like Star Wars. It left a bad taste in my mouth.
So I guess we'll never do a Star Wars movie review on any of the movies. Huh?
You know, the thing is, I'm trying to I thought about it a couple days ago. I'm trying to be more open-minded. I think I'm going to go back and watch them. Without being forced to watch them,
If you do that one more time, I'm walking out of this damn room. I ain't playing
because the word force. Because
I'm just saying, stop it. You know what you're doing. You little bastard. I tell you what, maybe here's what we'll do. Maybe one day we'll get you a little prepared, and then we'll go see the movie, and then we'll do a review right after.
I think if I was able to see him, and I don't like movie theaters though, but like I feel like
you don't go to movies at all.
Not really. I'm ADD, man.
Okay.
Like you can tell I move a lot. I smoke cigarettes when I try to sit still.
You're that guy in the middle aisle, dude. Sit down.
Yeah. That's me, man. Like I'll get up and I'll walk out for a second and come back and miss part of the movie.
I love guys like you in the movies because you're like you'll leave the theater like, well, since you're leaving, go get me some popcorn and soda. Here you go, and get yourself some.
Yeah.
Oh man, you and I are going to go to movies more often now, man.
I will do that. Like I've had people ask me, are you coming back? I'm like, yeah. Like, can we grab me a drink?
Yeah.
Fuck, yeah, I guess, man.
Yeah. Oh man, you're gonna be my new best movie buddy, man. You're gonna be my popcorn fetcher.
But the reason I quit going to the movies was that we had a bunch of gift cards that we'd had, and me and my girl were gonna make a night of it, dude. We're like, fuck yeah, we'll go to the movies, and then we'll go to the bar, we'll grab a drink or two, pick up a pizza, and go home like around midnight. I was like, hell yeah, it's gonna be a good night. So we go see Wolf of Wall Street. Yeah, and it was like a 25-hour movie. Nobody told me that, dude. It was like an hour and a half in. I swear, dude. I was like, in my head, I was like I haven't seen a single scene from the like the trailer. You know what I mean?
Right.
I was like, this doesn't seem to be wrapping up at all. And then I Google it, and it's like, you're halfway through, motherfucker. So like by the time I got out, it was like 11:15. Strike the bar. I don't even want a pizza. We're eat ramen when we get home. I'll pick up beer on the way. It just it ruined everything. So I finally went back to the movies when it came out. My girlfriend's brother bought us tickets, and I was like, I get it. It's a prank. She hates clowns. I'm in. So I went, and then I went and saw Tag.
Does she not know what it is?
No, she did. She didn't want to go, but I was like, come on. He already bought the tickets. You know, it's like one of those. I get it. I don't want to be there either, but it's worth it. You know, she hates clowns, dude. It's hilarious. I love pranks. I love jokes. So I was like, I'm in. But then we were so broke, and we still had gift cards that we get them every year, and we've been sitting on them for like 2 years at this point. So we're so broke. A couple weeks ago, we went and saw Tag.
I heard it was good.
It was really good.
Yeah.
I enjoy a lot of the actors in it, so I was like, fuck it, I'll go. You know, if we're gonna go watch a movie, I'm gonna go watch one with like people I look at as like idols. You know what I mean? So like, and there's a lot of comics. Hannibal Buress is in it. He's a phenomenal comic. Yeah. The dude who plays Nick from New Girl, I forget his name.
Yeah.
He is hilarious.
Charlie. Day.
No. That guy's from Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
Oh.
I can't remember his name. I'm sure I'll remember at the moment I hit stop recording.
Oh, I know. Yeah, the guy who plays Nick. Yeah. I can't think of his name though.
He's hilarious, and then it has Ed Helms in it, who's also phenomenal. So like I was like, in my mind, star-studded cast. I'm gonna go check it out. But
and Hawkeye too.
Huh?
And Hawkeye.
Yeah.
Jeremy Renner. Yeah.
Dude, you're gonna kill me. I haven't seen any of the new Marvel movies.
Oh, all right, that's it.
Yeah.
We're so done. This has been completely disappointing. No, man, it's been a lot of fun. You know, I haven't done a podcast. I can't even tell you the last time I did a podcast. I've been doing other things. So, I mean, like, I haven't sat down and done a podcast forever. So this has been fun. Yeah,
man, this has been good. We're actually about an hour, man. You gotta roll out here soon, right?
Yeah, I gotta go do adult stuff.
Go the family stuff.
Yeah.
I was gonna look for the. My buddy's doing this. This is my buddy Echo. He's from Las Vegas. He does the one take contest every year, and I really what it is you can do a video, but it all has to be filmed in one take. You can edit the audio and all that stuff. Last year he didn't win, but he got placed really high. I think this year's a winner, man. This is the video for this year. I hope you guys enjoy it. DB Nyce, thank you for coming on the podcast, man.
It was a lot of fun. Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. So you guys, this is Echo. Make sure to go vote for him at the onetakecontest.com. This is Infinity Bars.
All right. Let's try this one more time. Let's see what you got. Yeah, they judge him first, but at the end they be like, dang, he got it. I'm so sporadic that lately it's hard to stay on topic. It's lonely at the top, but that's alright. I like the view. I do this in one take, but it takes a couple times to listen through. I'm spitting, ooh, comic nerd who fell in love with rap and skating. Leave behind some Easter eggs and y'all can stumble through them later. I'm Vader mixed with Voldemort, like I control the force. And didn't win the last one take contest, but I sold the most. Yeah, that ain't what this is about. I know that I'm speaking freely and getting the shit in the pocket and lock it up like I just make it look easy. I'm reading Kanye West tweets to get the ego going. I ain't got no cable, but I'm Thanos. Call me Josh Brolin. Yeah, stay at home and right, they popping bottles. Yup, going for the gold, and you can't stop me like a knuckle puck. The fuck is up? They said the sound. I'm coming, but now we rough enough. I'm chucking up the deuces. Pull the index down, so one is up. Oh. You see, I know it's a matter of time before these fans and every infinity stone is mine. They get on stage and when I start to snap up on this mic and half the fucking rappers disappear, then y'all will thank me, right? Everyone got an opinion on everything that I've been doing. I know that I don't listen to it and never just started a movement, but I was just making some music and proving that we don't need labels to get it. Writing the shit and I'm taking the credit. I am the one who's been giving my heart and my soul to the music, but still ain't accepted. Get off the fences, go with the message, better than what you expected. I'm better than blessed, I'm living a dream within a dream inception. Checking affection, feeling a little bit happy, a little demented. I'm Donnie Darko if he never met that plane engine. Yeah, you see I get it, y'all just love to hate these shallow bitches. Watch me leave you in the sunken place. I don't know what to tell you, man. I guess the scene has changed. The dealers used to be famous and now the junkies rule the game. Yeah, I'll get some tattoos on my face that maybe you'll think I'm edgy. That's what we call overcompensating. Or I'll just do me like fuck what a label does. Vegas to the world, we taking over, I don't need the love.